The young man that had walked in together with Li Chan revealed an angered expression. Who dares to be so bold as to disrespect an alchemist? It's Heijun Chen. Chi Yongye's brow immediately frowned. A true disciple, second layer of gushing spring tear. He had not spoken in a low voice as he was trying to forewarn Ling Han of this formidable newcomer. Wei Hei Lei, on the other hand, smiled. With an elite in the second layer of gushing spring tear as his support, then no matter how strong Ling Han was, it wasn't possible for him to turn this situation around. He said, Big brother this brat is too arrogant. He bullied elder brother disciple Feng Yan's younger brother, Feng Luo, first, and because I couldn't simply do nothing, I said a few words of justice, and he reacted by slapping me down to the ground. Oh, then I would really like to see who is so awesome, He Junchen said coldly. Ling Han! Li Chan had finally spotted Ling Han now, and could not help but walk forwards a few steps. She said, Where are you staying now? I've been looking for you everywhere. Hiss! What was the relationship between these two people? Hearing Li Chan's words, everyone could not help but feel curious. Could it be that maybe they... He Junchen's expression instantly darkened. He was one of Li Chan's admirers, and now his dream girl actually uttered words with such ambiguous meaning, causing him to instantly feel as bad as if he had swallowed a fly. No, 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 my master is the one looking for you. Li Chan hurriedly corrected her words, sensing the awkward ambiguousness of what she had said. Oh, what's your master looking for me for? Ling Han asked very nonchalantly. Master would like to invite you to tea. Pooh, practically everyone choked out of astonishment. Who was Li Chan's master? Wu Songlin. And who was Wu Songlin? A black-grade high-level alchemist, the headmaster of the alchemy department, and an ultra-big, extremely important person that could practically cause the whole of Rain Country to tremble with a few stomps of his feet. Such a major character actually wanted to invite Ling Han to tea. Hiss, how many people were actually able to have the honor of having tea together with Wu Songlin? The clan heads of the 8 great clans, the pavilion master of Heaven's medicine pavilion, the headmaster of the martial arts department, probably just these few people, right? But this was Ling Han, an extremely minor character that had just enrolled into Huyang Academy. Could it be that he was able to stand on even footing with all these very important people of Rain Country? I don't have the time, Ling Han said calmly. Pooh! Instantly, everyone once again choked, all wearing expressions of extreme disbelief. Wu Songlin's invitation to tea. Most likely not even the clan heads of the 8 great clans dared to say they didn't have the time, right? This brat was really too awesome, and he had even rejected the invitation so cleanly. Chiongye, Bailey Tengyun, and the others all looked overjoyed. As their hearts beat wildly, they knew for sure that they had made the right gamble. But even they had never thought that Ling Han had just barely entered into the Huyang Academy, yet had already formed relations with the headmaster of the alchemy department, a black-grade high-level alchemist. Moreover, it seemed to be an extremely good relationship. If they discovered that even the other black-grade high-level alchemist of Rain Country, the pavilion master of Heaven's Medicine Pavilion, had to respectfully address Ling Han as Young Master Han, one wonders what kind of expression these people would have. Release me. Damn you. You actually dared to step on me. I will definitely not spare you. Feng Luo was still wailing. His face was still stepped on firmly by Ling Han's foot, so he couldn't hear what the others were saying. However, even if he had heard, based on his knowledge, there was no way he would understand the significance of the name Wu Songlin. Everyone's attitude changed at the same moment. Ling Han was someone that even Wu Songlin wanted to invite to tea. Who would dare to oppose such a person? Feng Yan indeed had a very bright future ahead of him, but how could he compare with a black-grade, high-level alchemist? Wei Hei Lei was even less of a consideration in their minds. The current him wasn't even Wu Songlin's personal disciple yet. Apologies for our prior offense. Please bear with us. Younger brother, disciple Ling. We would definitely visit you to make a formal apology on another day. Wen Haixing and his fellows said as they raised their clasped hands in Ling Han's direction in apology. In their hearts, they were already gritting their teeth with hatred towards Wei Hei Lei and Feng Luo. If it was not for the two of them, how could they have offended Ling Han? Ling Han only gave a casual wave of his hand. He had not taken these three young men seriously in the first place. Wen Haixing and his fellows were angered at first, but when they recalled that Ling Han was someone that Wu Songlin wanted to invite to tea, their anger instantly disappeared. If it was Wu Songlin who had treated them this way, would they dare to be angry? Of course not, and that's the end of it. On the other hand, Qi Yongye and the others all looked extremely satisfied. You guys were so arrogant just now, and now you're cowering like dogs. They all crossed their arms in front of their chests and raised their heads high, looking very disdainful. Wen Haixing and his friends did not even dare to say anything. They hurriedly turned around and left, not even staying to participate in the auction. How would they still have the mood to? Rather, they were all thinking about how to gain Ling Han's forgiveness in the future. Wei Heilei's expression changed multiple times, as if he were a chameleon. In the end, he clenched his teeth, walked towards to Ling Han, and said, "Young Master Han, I was ignorant. I hope that you will generously forgive my misdemeanor this one time." "Who are you?" Ling Han asked serenely. Wei Heilei instantly felt like he wanted to bite someone, thinking, "You didn't lose anything, and I was the one who received a slap from you. And now I'm actively apologizing, so why are you still unwilling to let the matter drop?" "Younger brother disciple, do you have some kind of misunderstanding with Ling Han?" Li Chan's expression immediately darkened as she watched this happen. Um, she was very clear what kind of position Ling Han held in her master's heart. He was someone that her master would practically respect and revere as a grandmaster alchemist. And you idiot actually dare to come into conflict with Ling Han. That was really seeking your own demise. It's nothing much? Really, just that brother Ling and young master Luo seemed to have some kind of misunderstanding between them. I wanted to help them mediate a bit, but who would have thought that both of them were a bit too quick-tempered, which led to a bit of a misunderstanding? Wei Heilei said, playing down the matter. His cold eyes were fixed on Ling Han, but burning hatred for Ling Han had risen within his heart. However, he had regained his bearings from the earlier shock that he had experienced. He did not believe that Wu Songlin would invite Ling Han to tea. Who were you trying to fool? Who was Wu Songlin? And who was Ling Han? Even the two of them knowing each other was practically an impossibility. What more drinking tea together? It must be that Li Chan was the one who had been looking for Ling Han, but because she was afraid of letting others know about that, she had pushed all the blame to Wu Songlin. Why? Because who would dare to confirm this kind of matter with Wu Songlin? And that's the answer itself. He was indeed very respectful and reverent towards Li Chan, but because he felt as if he had now gotten hold of her weakness, he naturally felt very bold. "Brother Wei, you've spoken too lightly, haven't you?" Jin Wuji said with a cold laugh. "Just now you had wanted Ling Han to kneel down to lick Feng Luo's shoes. What?" Li Chan's face instantly became as cold as ice, and when she looked at Wei Heilei, it was as if she was looking at a dead man. She would definitely have to report this matter to Wu Songlin, and based on Wu Songlin's respect towards Ling Han, it was a huge question whether Wei Heilei would even be allowed to remain at the alchemy department. What more to become Wu Songlin's personal disciple? "Elder sister disciple Li, you mustn't just listen to their side of the story." Wei Heilei had already made up his mind to continue his lies, so naturally he would not be making any concessions. "Ling Han, when are you going to raise your foot?" Feng Luo shouted gloomily, both enraged and embarrassed. You guys are really having fun talking, but he was still lying on the ground and there was still a foot stepping on his face. Ling Han gave a humph and added a bit of strength into his foot, causing Feng Luo to suddenly wail in pain. His face was already twisted to an extreme degree. He looked at the spectators and said with a smile, "Don't worry, I will not be killing him here." When everyone heard these words, they all felt a hair-raising chill. The implication in Ling Han's words was clear to them. He would still be killing Feng Luo one day.